Warning, the following is entirely satirical and should not be taken as truth or fact. Styles Rebel Radio and the Rebel Podcast do not own any copyrighted material that may be included in this broadcast. Viewer discretion is advised.
You know what the good part is, though, about the fact that I cut up my hand with a Sawzall?
Suspend the show right now!
You're gonna zipline directly into the harpoon?
Yeah.
What do you know about planes?
I know a lot about planes.
Buckle in, dude. It's gonna suck.
Put your hand on the screen.
How did they find out? Who was the one?
This show has gotten infinitely more gay.
The mystical land of New Jersey.
I don't understand how the laws in this country work anymore.
Welcome to the Rebel Radio Show. I'm your co-host, Shane E. Style, let me open the show today, guys. I just wanted to say hi really quick, a quick interlude, and then I'll get into the intro. But first, I'm just super excited to be here. I missed everybody. Style is, he's doing him. Jules is doing her. So hold on. Ready? I'll do the intros now.
Okay.
He's the man with no plan. He's the man with the bad hand. To my left is Style.
Hi.
And she's pushing things and she's turning them. It's Jules.
Sup?
That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I worked on those at work today.
The man. that was good.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I fucked up my hand.
It happens. I fuck up my hands all the time, punching the holes in the walls. That's where all these holes come from, by the way, and on the walls.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, after recording, I just go at it, man.
Well, I think it's that, and every Tuesday you come in to watch Chicken Little. And every fucking Tuesday I hear you saying, how come no one understands the chicken?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, and that leads into the holes in the walls, and it kind of just perpetuates up until recording.
It makes sense now.
Yeah.
It all comes together.
Yeah.
I cut my hand with a saw. If you're if you're watching on YouTube,
I cut the cheese.
Shane had the saw. He
Yeah.
cut my hand. It was malicious.
It was me.
Yeah, it was
me.
intentional.
It was intentional.
You just wanted to open the show today.
Yeah.
We're live on WSRR Radio. You can take us with you on the Live 365 app or go to WSRRradio.com.
Phone number 216-859-8699. That's 216-859-8699. You can call or text in at any time. Anything you want. Send us your pee-pee. Send us your wee-wee.
Don't send us your pee-pee. Don't
Send
us
us
your wee-wee.
your groceries. Send us, food orders. Send us just thoughts and opinions.
You know what the good part is, though, about the fact that I cut up my hand with a Sawzall? It wasn't someone else from across the country flying over to stab me.
I could have went to Jersey. You could have went to Florida. I could have went to Jersey. We could have made this happen.
We could have played some CSGO.
Yeah.
Could have ended terrible.
Yeah, could have had a terrible time. Yeah.
There's a lot of conversation. I think we've talked about before about toxic gaming communities. CSGO is always at the top of the list, and I think this situation probably cements it at number one.
So there was a New Jersey man.
There always is, baby.
And so I don't know if they were friends in the game beforehand, or I don't know.
It doesn't
like,
seem like they were, if you ask me.
Yeah, I don't know what the situation. I don't know what the connection was. His name is Edward Yang. He was 20 years old. Or he is. He's not dead.
He still is.
Still 20, but he got knifed in the video game CSGO. Which is like
Counter-Strike Go.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like a Call of Duty type game.
Yeah, it's Call of Duty for sweats.
Yeah, it's Call of Duty for sweats.
Yeah.
They have a
Just on the
mobile
beaches
app.
of Moscow.
CSGO crowd's gonna eat us up. The Pidge better not hear this. He was a CSGO sweat.
These guys are sweats.
Pidge is gonna fly from Arizona to stab us.
Oh
Talking
God!
shit about
Oh, it's gonna be
CS:GO.
him. It's
Yeah.
gonna be him. But so yeah, Edward Yang, or Edward Kang, excuse me. He flew from New Jersey to Florida.
Kang?
Yeah, the Conqueror, dude. He conquered. All right. But he flew to Florida to stab his foe that stabbed him in CS:GO. And so upon arrival, from my understanding, it was a knife, but in this article it reads as a hammer. He was bludgeoned, it said, several times. Yeah. So don't play CSGO, I guess, is the gist here. But yeah.
I feel like the problem is online gaming in those situations. Like, you don't know who you're playing with.
I think the problem is Edward Kang.
Yeah, I think like Kang is the problem.
He's like.
Let me tell you a little story. I've played online many times. Never have I shown up to someone's house to stab them.
I've definitely heard threats.
I've definitely DDoSed someone and shown up before, but I haven't stabbed them.
Well, like, I've heard threats of that kind of like, oh, I'm gonna find where you live and I'm gonna fuck your mom or something like that, like.
And then they do.
Yeah.
And I'm a stepdad, and it's fucking
dude,
terrible.
Kang,
Fuck
bro.
you, Chris.
Kang took it to the next level. He took it to 11.
Yeah, he really did.
It's crazy that how much was the flight? You know, like how much is you?
Yeah, he fucking invested in this.
How much money is he losing? And then what was his plan post stabbing?
Go home, play
Play
CSGO.
CSGO.
I guess that was
did
his.
not play CSGO with this guy anymore.
Yeah, kick this guy out of my fuck. Go back to the lobby, loser.
That's the thing,
Noob.
right? Noob.
I don't fucking know.
So like you've played online, you've gotten fucking pissed off about sweats before, right? And then what happens? You either find a new lobby or turn the game off and then you move on.
Right.
This dude got stabbed. And from the story, it sounds like once. I'm assuming he was getting like his ass kicked at this game.
Yeah, it seems to me like probably a situation of they were in a lobby and this dude was just
Kept fucking griefing him.
yeah.
He fucking knifed this guy in CSGO. Not only like didn't just block him or find a different lobby or pick a different game. Not only that, went to sleep, woke up the next day, was still mad about it. Mad enough to buy a fucking plane ticket cross country.
That's what I'm thinking. Like you're mad on the plane. You're still mad. You're
He's
still equally
fuming.
yeah. You're equally as mad as
Stay
you were.
mad.
Stay mad. He did. He stayed mad on. Like it's one of those things where I envision like a cartoon character in the same like red face animation, and he's like at his house, and then at
On
the
the
airport,
plane,
yeah, and then on the plane, and
yeah.
then in the car, same
Just
animation.
comedically holding a knife the entire time.
Right.
Not saying a word.
Apparently, it was a hammer, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, it seems to be a hammer. Yeah. When Kang asked why he was in the home and hitting the man with the hammer, according to the booking records, he said the man was, quote, a bad person online. God damn.
I want. Okay,
I
so
saw a little clip of this article, and it said that the victim took a break from gaming, and that's when Kang met him at the door.
Oh,
he was still playing
Yeah.
CS:GO.
that's insane.
Maybe he is a sweat.
Yeah, CSGO players are sweats. That's what that means.
Don't play CS:GO.
He allegedly broke into the victim's house late Saturday evening or Sunday morning when the victim got up to take a break from gaming to use the bathroom. Kang confronted him standing with a hammer raised in the air.
So he also broke into his house while he was playing CS:GO.
This guy, Kang. Listen,
Conquered
man,
the
he
fuck out of him.
conquered. He conquered.
No,
all
he
right.
didn't, because he didn't finish the job. Homeboy's still alive. King didn't conquer.
I also find it really weird
What's
that in
his
his
name?
mugshot, he's
Kang?
got a bunch of like 2X written on his shirt.
He looks scary. He looks like he would fly across the country to stab someone from a video game threat.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I'm afraid that I'm gonna get stabbed by him right now.
He's going to use
He's
the
not
radio
even here.
show.
He's
and
not
he's going to
even
hop on
here.
a plane
Yeah.
with a hammer.
I'm
Be in
kind
the
of afraid to
bathroom.
talk about him right now, guys. I don't know. We should lock our doors.
I'd have him on air.
What?
I'd
Yeah,
have him on.
he-
Yeah, I want to know his side of the
I
story.
think you would try to kill us.
Why else? No hammer zone.
No hammer. Hey,
Ground rules.
This studio is a no hammer.
I don't know if you saw the sign out front. No
Sorry.
hammer zone.
Sorry, King. No conquering today, buddy.
Wait, hammer detectors at the
yeah,
door.
yeah.
No hammers, no saws, you know.
Yeah, well, I'm banned from power tools as it is. I can't get over that. So he had to also like DDoS him, right? He
I
fucking tracked.
Yes.
So
yeah.
not only did this guy,
Yeah, because it
he
doesn't.
was so mad
say-
about getting killed.
It doesn't say how he, like, the means of which he
Right.
got the information of where he lived.
It had to be ranked, right?
I guess.
Had to be playing
Yeah.
ranked.
And that's the thing. There's not even enough context of, like, were they gaming friends? Were
right.
they?
Did they actually know each other? Had they played
Right.
before?
He was
Right.
a bad person online.
He was a bad person online.
From that statement, doesn't sound like they knew each other at all.
That's so crazy. That's so crazy that you would do that, King. Why,
Just
King?
fucking mute him, block him.
Yeah,
anything.
why, King? It's not that serious. It's literally a one round of CSGO. I can't get over this. Why did he do that?
He was charged with attempted second-degree murder.
That's
And
it?
burglary.
Okay.
And well, yeah,
Yeah,
and
armed-
probably breaking and
Armed
entering.
armed burger attack.
Armed
Is
burglary.
there
And,
is there no charge for tracking someone? Like
See, that's what I'm wondering. Why isn't there more here? Like, it seems like there's should be more meat on this
like
bone.
stalking
You know?
or something?
Yeah, right. Like, it seems like there
cyber
should,
harassment, maybe.
Yeah,
something
literally.
like that. Yeah.
literally.
Because like,
All of the above would probably, if a good lawyer could probably make all of those fit, you know?
yeah,
Or all of them stick, whatever.
again, we don't have enough for this story.
Yeah,
at
it's
all.
really unfortunate that and it's probably just because
And I want more from Kang's side too, because I want to know: was it just one match? Was this like you kept getting into lobbies with this guy? What was it?
here's the thing. I feel like I guess I don't know this to be
You
true,
have to
but
assume it's PC, right?
yeah, you have to assume it's PC because you can't play CS:GO on console. I don't think.
You can't.
I don't know. I've never tried, but I don't think.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can play Siege on console, not CS:GO.
Mhm.
That's what I'm thinking of.
But like the police investigators probably didn't even ask him
No.
those kinds of. They probably didn't even
No,
know.
they were dealing with the attempted murder.
Right. They probably didn't even know to ask him those
Yeah.
kinds of questions of like, how did you obtain the information of based on a CS:GO? Like, they
Right.
don't know.
I feel like eventually they'll figure it out because he's definitely not getting out.
Right. He's gonna be in jail for hopefully a long time.
This is a court
attempted
case I want
murder,
to see.
burglary,
Yeah.
and attempted murder. So I mean, he's gonna be away for a long time.
Burglary also is an interesting charge. That implies he took. It wasn't breaking and entering.
Ooh,
That
did he
charge
take his
he
computer?
Took something.
Oh,
Was he pissed off?
He
and
took his
it?
account.
Yeah.
he
took
took
the game?
flesh from the guy when he hit him with the
That's
hammer.
Fair. What if it was the guy's hammer?
Oh.
That could be it. Because he says he wanted to stab him back, right?
Yeah.
So what if he fucking chose a hammer once he got there?
I can't fathom this, dude. I thought we were over this kind of shit. All right, gamers.
All right, gamers.
All right, gamers. I thought we were over this kind of shit, man. Stay home.
Chat, can you clip that?
Touch grass on your own in your own dojo. Touch your own grass, not other people's. All right. This is fucked up.
Like,
Kang.
this is this is beyond any comprehension I have about gaming. Because again, like you said, it's always like, oh, people will threaten you online, stuff like that, and you're just kind of shit talking in the lobby, and then you
Right.
go to a different lobby or play a different game or mute the
Right.
guy or whatever. And then like that to the next level is DDoSing or doxing someone, right?
Mhm.
Which is a felony and you shouldn't do.
Right. Yeah, I would
But
say
the
like
fear of that is like, oh, they're gonna call the police or SWAT someone's house or something like that. That's the fear there.
Yeah.
Not that someone in the game is gonna show up at your house.
yeah,
Yeah.
that never should be a legitimate fear, and I feel like
Because there's plenty of streamers that always get like swatted because
Right,
they're
right.
Yeah.
DDoSed online.
imagine if
And that's got to be easier, right? Because they're not pulling it from the game; they're pulling it from your stream.
Yeah.
right, imagine if the guy that Kang pulled up to was a streamer and was like live on stream and just happened to have his front doorway
so
in
good.
camera.
That'd
see
be
that?
crazy.
See the bludgeoning happen
No,
IRL.
chat was like, look behind
Chat,
you, look
chat
behind
would
you.
freak out.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, this is so.
Well, it's like the fucking.
boggling.
That reminds me of the Russian guy, the Russian streamer. Do you know about that? Whose girlfriend died on stream.
What?
Did you guys hear about that? Apparently,
No.
this is a couple of years ago. There's a Russian streamer, and I think he was only popular in Russia. I don't know the dude's name,
Mhm,
but he's in jail like with felony charges now
mhm.
because apparently like the whole gimmick of his channel was like the chat would dare him to do things to prank his girlfriend, right?
Yeah,
and
I
so
feel
it was
I've
like-
seen something. I feel like I vaguely.
It was like
remember
20
this.
degrees out, and he like locked her on the patio in a bikini or some shit, and she got frostbite or hypothermia and was fucking unconscious and died. And he thought he didn't
Yeah.
know what was going on, and continued to game for like 3 hours, and then brought her inside on stream like fucking dead, and like didn't call the cops right away either.
That's so crazy.
All on stream.
That's so crazy.
Those
Yeah.
streaming people are
Yeah,
they're something else. Like the ones that'll just stream their life.
Yeah.
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 Streaming in general is super interesting. How much it's taken. Like I just recently found out that video games are the media that children consume the most over like TV and movies.
That's
And
crazy.
I found that
makes sense.
and then so that leads into streaming and stuff like that. It's just very interesting how much it's changed. And then streaming in general, like IRL streaming, like you're saying, it's wild just to
yeah.
walk around with a GoPro essentially
Well,
and
there's
just
a
like
couple on TikTok that literally have cameras plastered around their entire house.
Right,
And they just
that's-
stream their life.
that's
Like
so
a
crazy.
reality TV show.
that's so crazy. It's gonna drive you insane.
Hey, speaking of reality TV show, just a little tidbit. They're all still on that cruise.
What? Not security camera, not CCTV. Closed circuit. CCTV.
What?
There's another name for security camera. I don't think it's security. Could be, but there was a YouTube channel in like the early days of YouTube that was called like Security Cameraman or something like that. And that's all the channel was. Like the dude didn't talk. He would just walk up with a fucking camera and film people on the street or like go into libraries and film them and shit. And it was just super creepy fucking content and wouldn't
Right.
answer any questions and would just film people and put it online. And that was the content of the channel.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
And now we're streaming where it's like direct to consumer.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's so what you can end up seeing so many crazy things, and it probably like craziest part is this Russian guy brings his girlfriend on stream already dead.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
frozen. And Twitch or whoever the site provider the mods probably didn't notice for
Right.
a what like
Yeah, if it's not reported, they're not going to do anything.
right.
Just like our show. If you don't report us, we'll stay on air. 216-859-8699 is that text line.
I'm Jeff Stritch. I don't know Shane. I never met Shane. He's not on air right now. I'm on air. But you can catch Shane when he's off air because he's actually on air doing his show off air weekdays at 3 p.m. right here on WSRRradio.com.
The Artificial Intelligence Podcast is the only show written, voiced, and scored entirely by AI. All episodes are available now on StylesRebelRadio.com.
Everybody, this is the Pidge, and I'm here to tell you that I hate everything that you send me, but I love it at the same time because holy shit. That's all I gotta say to that. If you guys don't know me, I'm the Pidge, and I'm one of the members of the Styles Rebel Radio page. You probably won't hear me as much on the Rebel podcast because I'm away in Arizona, but every month I come out with the show. Submit your stuff into the Styles Rebel Radio Discord page under the Pigeonhole section, and it will be featured on the next show. Unless there's racial slurs. See ya.
Styles Rebel Radio. Read the sign. 15 for dudes. Girls get in free past 7.
From stabbings to exorcisms, welcome back to the Rebel Radio Show.
Hitting all the hard-hitting topics today, folks.
To be fair, these are both actual news stories today.
To be fair.
To be fair. What happened with Chick-Fil-A?
So I don't know a whole lot about this story. I just read the thing.
We'll learn as we go.
know? And it basically just states Chick-fil-A employee broke into another Chick-fil-A employee's house to perform an exorcism.
Based.
He who broke in thought she was possessed.
He who broke in.
He who hath broketh in
Love that scripture.
must perform exorcism.
Let he who hath broke in perform the first exorcism. Ah, yes. How could I forget? So this
funny.
guy, what's his name?
Robert Nulker?
No.
Robert Nulker.
Nulker, yeah.
He should have nulked, you know?
I
Nulk,
thought the
nulk,
same
nulk,
thing.
nulk.
Anyway, this man broke into someone's house and at 1:20 a.m. on a Tuesday broke into his female coworker's house to perform an exorcism on her.
What the fuck? Why?
Let me read you a couple excerpts real quick from the New York Post because the details in this make up for the lack of details in the other story.
Yeah, in the previous.
We have when the cops arrived, the victim told the police from the front porch that her Chick-fil-A worker, or the victim told the police that their Chick-fil-A worker, 38-year-old Noker, was inside the home and they needed to obtain a arrest warrant for him. Norker was covered in blood when the police arrived and he yelled for him to come outside. His Prius was still running in the driveway. He told the police he was bleeding because he had busted through the window to perform the exorcism.
Obviously.
While being taken into custody, Nolker, who drove to the house alone, repeatedly said that she hasn't been stabbed. She's possessed. He also asked the cops if they could go inside and find his CD and play track number 3 to save her.
Oh, no.
Nolker also screamed at the police to not look in his fucking eyes.
Oh, no.
The victim said that they'd known Nolker for 20 years and that they'd worked together at the fast food joint. Nolker had been sending bizarre text messages about warning her to not listen to Spotify, they said.
Oh, Nolker, man.
Inside the house, police found a shattered window by the back door, a trail of blood from the window to the kitchen. On the island, they found a blood-covered CD in its case. Nolker also allegedly destroyed the home's entertainment stereo system, police said. How is he going to play the CD then?
Yeah.
On a projector screen. He had also attempted to write something in blood, but only finished the letter R. It's got to be repent, right?
Yeah.
It had to have been repent.
Oh, man.
Oh,
here, wait.
Yeah, is there more that I missed?
Nolker was taken to EMS by Hendricks Regional Hospital in Daneville for medical evaluation. He was also admitted after doctors determined he was mentally unstable.
Crazy.
Of course.
He has not yet been formally arrested. However, Avon police were granted a warrant to charge him with felony, residential entry, criminal mischief, and disorderly conduct.
Okay.
Where's this at, Indiana?
I think so, yeah.
They need a warrant for this?
Well, yeah, you need a warrant for every arrest.
What happened, man? What the hell happened, Nolker?
Chick-Fil-A employed this guy?
Well, it's weird that they worked together. It said for
Well, he was obviously religious.
the victim said they had
I don't know
known
if he's the right kind of religious.
Yeah, the victim said they had known Nolker for more than 20 years, and they worked together at the fast food joint.
These were career-long
yeah, they were
Chick-fil-A employees.
Yeah, these were for lifers. These were the Chick-fil-A for lifers.
I wonder what track 3 was.
I wonder what track 3 was.
I wanna know.
Was it a mixtape? Did he make
It had
himself?
to be. It had to be.
If they knew this guy for 20 years, though, what happened? What happened recently that threw off, that made Spotify a big no-no in this guy's eyes?
There's so many questions.
Don't listen to Spotify.
Because I'm not gonna lie, at the start of this, with just the title, I at least had a rational thought of this is some crazy guy who works at Chick-fil-A, doesn't think that his coworker is saved, thinks there might be demonic possession involved. I'm like, I can get the rationale. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying I could get the rationale.
You can follow the train of thought.
When it comes to you got to listen to track 3, I'm like, what the fuck
Don't
is
listen
happening?
to Spotify. We've known each other for 20 years and have never been this crazy.
Don't look in my eyes.
I love the inside the house. Police found shattered window, back door, trail of blood covered going to the kitchen. On the island, they found the blood-covered CD and its case. Like he was bringing the CD to show her track 3.
I hope it's just chants.
Yeah. Oh!
It's just he had performed an exorcism before and recorded it. He's like, this is good stuff right here. This will save her.
Yeah, show this one to fucking Haley.
She's gonna love this one.
Haley from front of house.
As long as I don't put it on Spotify.
Yeah, can't.
What
put
did
it on
Spotify have to do with this?
It's because there is definitely some connection between the CD and Spotify,
And I need to know it.
What is that?
And Satan, apparently.
Yeah. What drugs? What drugs was this man taking?
What are they putting in that Chick-fil-A
Yeah,
sauce?
what the fuck are they putting in that Chick-fil-A sauce? That's the real question. Yeah. Oh my god.
What's this guy's name?
Robert.
Robert?
Nolker.
Imagine going to work the next day. I'm like, why isn't Rob here today?
Oh, you didn't hear
Oh. Wait till you hear what
Dude,
Rob did.
The gossip sesh at Chick-fil-A the next day was crazy.
Yeah. That's so wild.
Can I get a
guess good for the family that they got him out of the house so quickly and safely?
Can I get a track number? Meal number 3. I want to know. Someone has to listen to the CD, right?
Yeah, the police.
Because they're gonna have to have
That's
evidence.
That's
right?
evidence. That's evidence. Yeah.
That's not evidence.
But the police are sitting around the CD player with the tape being like, it's evidence, right, guys? Come on, it's evidence.
I want to know why he smashed the stereo system if the whole point was the CD.
My guess, if I'm taking a leap, if I'm taking a stab in the dark here, it's that he was trying to play the CD and was just out of his mind and going.
Couldn't figure out how to open
That
it.
makes sense.
Yeah. I also, for whatever reason, thought he was naked. I just figured.
Just in your mind, he was naked.
I just figured that this seems like someone who was naked.
I like that he, as soon as the cops grabbed him, he made it a point to say, she's not stabbed.
She hasn't been stabbed.
They didn't ask.
She hasn't
think
been
he was-
stabbed yet.
Yeah.
Come on, officers.
She needed stabbed to be saved?
I don't think that's part of
Yeah.
exorcism. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think stabbing someone's part of
I
exorcism.
don't think track 3 was a part of exorcism, buddy.
She hasn't been stabbed.
Can we get Spotify's comments on this? Can we get like a fucking Spotify rep to just comment on this?
So he was gonna stab her.
That's what
His
I'm
end
thinking.
goal was to stab her.
and
And
have
he
her
thought
repent.
that
He
yeah.
clearly had other plans first.
And he thought that she would be saved.
He thought she'd be cool with this.
Yeah.
Like he had a litany of things he was doing before he even got to her.
He thought the family would be cool with this. He had known the family for 20 years.
Dude fucking punched in the kitchen door window and was like, they'll be fine with that.
Like
And started writing in his blood.
that probably wasn't the first time that probably wasn't his first time at their
This ain't his
house.
first
Oh, yeah,
exorcism.
no.
He had probably been there before because they were friends. What the fuck? Why? What drugs? One day are you just like
I want to know what he
Yeah, no
thinks
toxicology
she
report?
did.
right? You would imagine that this is a drug.
No, I bet the hospital, because they took him to the hospital. They had to do all the tests.
I'm just
They
saying,
cleared
like,
him as mentally unstable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So he wasn't on drugs or alcohol.
we
He
don't
was
know
just-
that though.
yeah, that's
Loopy.
true. We don't know that.
I'm sure he's got some problems.
He could be like
I
the
think
bath
there's
salts guy.
also drugs involved.
Yeah, doctors determined he was mentally unstable. So
I'd say. I think that's a
yeah,
fair assessment.
I don't think you need to be a doctor to determine
Again,
that.
you know, this is one of those things that I want to hear. I want to hear the interview. I want to hear the
Yeah.
interrogation of what his
Yeah,
logic is.
Being a fly on the wall for this one would have been wild. And the last one,
Let's
what the
change. Let's
fuck?
change paths. Let's not do fucking entertainment radio anymore. Let's just fucking
stab
let's
people.
no. Let's get these guys on the show.
Yeah,
Fucking Mr. CSGO and
yeah.
the
start-
Chick-Fil-A Rapture
start
man.
interviewing crazy people.
Yeah,
That'd be fun.
that'd be dangerous.
That
Daily
would.
crazy.
Oh my god, we'd get stabbed.
Yeah, we get and hammered
Hey, I'm
and
already
exercised.
already there, man. Already there, hammered and exercised.
Like the fact that this dude had plans before he even got to her is just baffling.
Yeah,
to me.
premeditated craziness.
Like he broke in,
And,
and at that point, it wasn't like, "Oh, I've broken in. I gotta make my move." It was like, "Let me break the fucking CD player and write on the walls
Yeah.
first."
before I even found her.
And that's the
Yeah.
other thing. I wonder, like, was the family in the living room? Like,
Were they
did
just watching him?
right? Did they see this
Just there.
happen, or like, were they in their rooms and they heard something and
Well,
then
it
they
was
came
1
down?
something a.m.
Right, but
so
I mean,
they were probably sleeping.
depends on the home though. They could be like there could be
Yeah.
someone you know, like people
Yeah.
could be up. It's not out of the stretch of imagination.
I
think
wanna
that
know if
people
this-
might have been up.
I wonder if his first choice was punching through the window.
He probably
Yeah.
tried to wiggle the knob.
Yeah, I want
Come
to
on,
like,
I mean, you're possessed. I know it. Wiggling the door handle.
because in his mind, if he wasn't doing anything wrong in his mind,
Yeah,
you think he like would have knocked? I'm like, "Hey, I'm here for the exorcism."
probably. It probably started with like a gentle knock, and then he
no
was
one's answering.
like, I guess I have to break through the back window.
CD in hand.
Yeah, through the.
Yeah, in my mind, he punched while he was holding the CD.
Yeah. Track 3.
What were the first two? Why is track?
Yeah,
like, why wouldn't
right,
he make it track
right.
1?
I think that there should be ample build up to track 3. I'd like to hear 1 and
There's
2, please.
Probably
Is there more than
significance.
3? Is this like a full length album we're talking?
Yeah, there's probably more than
There's
3.
probably
12 tracks?
significance as to like the number 3 to him.
I hope this thing has 11 tracks and a ballad on it. 216-859-8699. If you get a hold of track 3, I want to play it.
Hi, this is Melissa,
Hey, it's Matt.
coming at you from Synergy Music Studio.
We are a recording and production studio located on the south side near Chicago.
Check us out online at synergymusicstudio.com. We offer recording, mixing, and mastering.
And follow us on Instagram at Synergy Music Studio. Rock hard.
Missed it live?
Stop saying Daryl the Wild Man show as if it was like a show that was on it. Well, that's not a thing.
Catch Rebel replays Tuesday through Friday at 5 p.m. on WSRR Radio.
There's no creativity. This is stupid. I'm not invested.
going, guys?
What are we doing?
Was that on YouTube? Did that get caught?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Hey, everyone.
Welcome back.
We were ready and prepared
As always,
for the show.
216-859-99.
86.
That's the weirdest way anyone's going to They did 2 of the 7 numbers.
There you go. Yeah, you know, that's just my little contribution.
Listen on WSRRradio.com. Download the Live 365 app. Take us with you wherever you go. Get all of our content at WSRRradio.com and all of our socials. And get the live schedule as well. You get Off Air at 3, Pigeonhole at 4, Rebel Radio Show at 5, and 10 p.m. is True Vault Escapades. When is Shrimp Jesus? I don't know.
And at 3 a.m., I pop out of the radio for a little virtual surprise. You'll just have to tune in and see what it is.
We can't really control that. We don't know how he does it, but
I pop through your radio wherever you're playing it from, and I'm like, "Bleh."
and he goes, listen to track 3.
yeah. All about that track 3, baby. All about that Shrimp Jesus.
Yeah, why am I looking at shrimp? Oh, you want to read the title? Because I know you want to read the title.
So why doesn't Facebook just ban AI slop like Shrimp Jesus? What's the deal with AI slop and Shrimp Jesus, Kramer?
Kramer, it's Shrimp Jesus.
Jerry, why am I talking to myself?
we could have talked about that too. Did you see that they got picked up for a show?
Kramer and Jerry?
Yeah, they did.
Wait, really?
Yeah, they got picked up for a show on HBO, I believe, Paramount, one of the two.
I thought Kramer was canceled.
And it's
He's uncanceled.
He's uncanceled now. It's not Michael Reeves. He's the inventor, Michael Richards,
Yes.
right? It's Jerry and Michael Richards, and the whole tagline is it's an unwoke comedy show.
Man.
That makes sense.
Good.
Episode 1, The Laugh Factory.
Right back to the Laugh Factory,
Back to
baby.
basics. Yeah, what's Shrimp Jesus?
So,
Oh, there's
this
so
is-
many pictures.
This is one of those really thorough articles from Business Insider that gives you 3 bullet points and nothing else. It is a headline, 3 bullet points, and then your imagination from there.
I'm gonna let you know right now. All right, there might be some articles on WSR radio that are like, "How much wood is too much wood?" But at least you have to pay for them. Like,
yeah, right.
just shitting on the pitch today.
Yeah, fuck that guy. I really just hate anyone who has a nickname that is like like the Pidge. It's pretty much just anyone who has that kind of nickname is just,
Fuck them.
yeah.
Who
fuck 'em.
needs them?
Right.
Anyway, listen to the newest Pigeonhole. It's out right now on Spotify and iHeart and all the major platforms.
Love that guy. So this is just more of a discussion piece, I guess, on all of the AI that has taken over all forms of social media, but most prominently like Facebook. I don't use Facebook a lot, but this article seemed interesting to me because prior to me reading this or seeing this headline, my fiance was like, yeah, I really just don't use Facebook that much anymore. Like, it's really like 90% AI, and I just go to, like, I search up who I'm looking for, or, it's like my family groups or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that's valid. And then I came across the Shrimp Jesus AI slop, and I just thought that, we're on Facebook. You guys are, we're on YouTube, baby. But, you guys use Facebook.
And we're not allowed to be on Facebook anymore.
Yeah,
the Zuck took us off.
Fuck you, Zuck. But like, you guys use Facebook.
Yeah.
Is this something that has become more prominent?
Absolutely.
So for the longest time, and this is like not even long ago, not in a galaxy far away by any means.
No. Very close.
Yeah. Parma.
Yeah.
Not long ago, like maybe a month or 2 ago, it became a huge trend on Facebook where I wasn't seeing the firsthand post of it or like the sponsor, because when it's AI, it's never like, at least in my account, it's never like, oh, the guy I work with has posted this weird AI thing or shared it, and it's never like this page I follow is posting it. It's always a promoted post, meaning it's not an ad, but somebody is paying to have their post show up in your feed as a recommended post.
Right.
So that's what they always are. And so I never saw them directly, but indirectly through like shit posting groups I'm on Facebook and meme groups, I would see people just like reacting to this shit and being like, how is this out here and why are people believing it? and it was initially for months the photos that were like, this African tribe, this deprived African village, all these kids came together with plastic bottles and made this giant statue of Jesus or a tank or a scorpion. And like, it's very clearly fake in AI.
Right.
And it has thousands of comments and likes, like, God bless, this is amazing. I'm like, this isn't real.
Right.
And we talked about this a little bit a couple weeks ago. That made me think about dead internet theory, because I'm like, how are people like, this isn't even convincing AI. And either it's really scary that all these people believe this, or these are bots, or something's going on here.
I think it's really just a situation of like old people have no frame of reference for what AI is. You know, they have no idea of how to even perceive that as like a concept. They're just, what they see is real, because that's all they've ever known. You know, it went from physical to digital, and that was a big jump to them. It was all still real pictures and shit, but it was still like a big leap for these people, because it just wasn't what they grew up with. We've talked about how we grew up with technology, and that's why we're so technologically inclined. So like, I think people see Shrimp Jesus on Facebook, old people, and they're like, how did these shrimp do this?
Yeah, and that's exactly what I was thinking.
I think that they're really like that bad. You know, I think it's really that bad, which you're right, it's scary.
What I've seen a lot of is like celebrity remakes of like that isn't really that celebrity, but it's their face.
Yeah.
Or it's like...
It's like a deep fake kind of thing?
Yeah, a lot of those...
Which is still AI. Like, all of this is still, you know...
And I've seen a lot of like cartoons being made hyper realistic with AI. That's all on my page, and it's not so much. I'm not sure why people actually like it. It's not something that actually exists. It's not something that you're gonna be able to see.
I'm not sure why it shows up is the issue.
Yeah, I'm not liking anything AI. I usually hit hide this post or see less, and I see more.
And it was I went on Facebook right before we came on air just to see, and I showed both of you. It wasn't even the fucking deep fake shit. It was just 2 pictures of Jeanette McCurdy from a random fucking page I don't follow.
Yeah.
And then an AI or Photoshop picture of some other chick.
Yeah.
And
like
the whole post was just like details about Jeanette McCurdy. And I'm like, why is this? First of all, could you pick someone at least more relevant?
Yeah.
But like, why is this coming up? So like, I see that shit like that. Like you said, the hyper realistic cartoons were really big for a minute.
I remember the Pixar like movie posters, like the meme Pixar movie posters. Those were big.
I just saw this morning, I was scrolling on Facebook and I saw it was a bunch of celebrities that it was like their face on Elsa, but it was like hyper realistic.
Hate that.
And it was just, you could scroll past, it was the same picture, but a bunch of different celebrities' faces.
And okay, so in a similar vein of like elderly people looking at Shrimp Jesus and being like, this is a miracle, oh my God, things like that, right? All of those ones that are like the weird deep fake shit always have creepy dudes not understanding that it's not the celebrity in the picture posting the picture.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, she's so beautiful, she make a great Elsa.
Nope, it's not that. It's, oh my God, I love you, call me, hey, message me. It's
I've
them acting like they're interacting with that person.
Message me. That stuff is, you're so pretty, I love you, hit me up.
Like, you understand how the internet works, right?
So
this is not a conversation you're having with a person.
Thing. I think that those people don't.
Those people are the kind of people that show up at your house at 1:20 a.m. and try to fucking
hit you with a hammer,
exercise you.
Exercise you. Yeah.
And I ain't talking Richard Simmons.
Yeah, I just think I guess I didn't realize, because like I haven't come across that much AI in my life in terms of like unintentionally seeing posts by AI or anything like that. I see content about AI that is like talking about it, but never actual AI postings themselves, which I guess I'm lucky for.
Yes, I agree.
Well, I was going to bring this up too. So when you brought up the Shrimp Jesus, 2 things came to mind. If this is something that is making its rounds, because I looked it up and there's a bunch of fucking pictures of it. So obviously this is a thing that either some AI module is trying to put out there as a thing, or like it's a weird meta meme that people are making now because Shrimp Jesus.
Yeah.
It's one of the two, but like there's more than one picture. It's content that's out there. I've never encountered it. But the thing that brought up to me was when AI made a cryptid, the fucking
yeah.
What was her name?
I remember that.
I was gonna say Momo. It's not Momo.
No, but it was something
Momo
like
was
that.
the kids' YouTube monster.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was something stupid with 4 letters.
Yeah.
Lump or something like that.
Beware of lump.
Close.
Yeah.
It's like loaf or
Lobe.
Yeah,
Lobe.
Lobe.
Yeah. So AI made a fucking cryptid, and it was just this really old, demented lady, and it kept fucking resurfacing on Facebook, but also just on AI apps because people were like putting this picture back in and it would just keep throwing it out.
Right.
So this reminded me of Lobe. Of like, if this is a thing, this is just gonna be a thing that's on the internet now. Like Shrimp Jesus exists, and it's gonna be a reference point for AI.
Yeah.
On top of that, we talked fucking months ago, I'm sure, maybe a year ago, about there was a weird. I don't even know if it was a joke or if it was a real thing, but like it was not carbonite, but you're like encapsulating your dead relatives in like what do they call it? Amber? Like what's
wasn't
the
it
fucking
like the stones?
Sure.
You're talking about like the see-through.
Yeah.
What's it called, dude? I know epoxy.
Epoxying, yes. Epoxying your dead relatives to keep them around. And unironically, a couple days ago, I was scrolling Facebook, and it was a promoted post. So someone paid for it, and it showed up as a suggested post in my feed, and everything was AI in it. And it had a disclaimer from Facebook that this was made with AI. The
so
fucking
weird.
caption was AI, and all of the pictures, there were 3 pictures, and they weren't good AI either. Like, they were
Right.
terrifying, of epoxied dead old people in tables and families sitting around that table. And all of it was AI and distorted, and like,
so weird.
I couldn't wrap my head around why I was being shown this.
Right. Have you seen the new Will Smith eating spaghetti?
No.
It is.
Does it look like Will Smith eating spaghetti?
It looks like Will Smith eating spaghetti.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, they did it.
They did it. Will Smith can eat spaghetti
Will
now.
Smith, AI Will Smith can eat AI spaghetti now. It looks
Like that.
very real.
That's crazy.
I'm not gonna lie. Even thinking about the old one though, kind of creeps me out. The way it moved.
The video is literally less than like 6 months old. Well, probably like a year old.
It's probably
I
about a
guess.
year old, yeah.
But still, a year-old video for AI to jump that quickly in 1 year?
Yeah.
Come on, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's insane.
It's just concerning that it's becoming more and more prevalent, and like people are just like, I think about like the president's like Xbox chat.
Yeah,
memes
yeah.
That were like Bush talking to Trump and Obama about like
Minecraft,
yeah,
yeah.
Minecraft or COD Zombies or something like that. Like that's funny, and that's a good meme, and like that is, the demographic is younger audience, and younger audiences know that that's AI.
Yeah.
Right? I think that you could potentially fool old people with that, though. I think that it has become good enough to where the humor sets in for people who know, and like it feels real for everyone who doesn't know that it's AI.
That'd be crazy if like Pappy walked in on you watching the presidents play Minecraft and he was like, "Is that Trump?"
Right, literally.
Yeah, you could definitely frame it like, "Hey, look what came out today."
Right.
And just the whole time you act like it's a real thing.
Right. They're just
And
playing. They just
Pappy's
decided to
mind
start
blown.
playing video games together. Grandpa, look.
I don't like that. I don't
Yeah.
like that at all. I want to
Yeah.
know the origins of Shrimp Jesus, and I looked it up. And of course, the recommended drop down is, what is the meaning of Shrimp Jesus?
What does it mean? Well, and that's another thing too. You want to talk about, you Googled what is the meaning of Shrimp Jesus,
And it came up.
when you Google anything now,
Oh yeah, you get AI.
it's AI first, and
There's-
then it's the first post.
Yeah.
So we use Zoom meetings at work, and we're always on Zoom. And now they did an update so you can get an AI synopsis of the whole chat.
That's terrible, and I
That
hate
is-
it.
Yeah, that is wild.
It's horrible. And it's actually a lot longer than reading the chat.
Yeah, I don't like that. That's
This is all it's giving me, by the way. It's like not telling me why it's a thing. It just says it's made from AI. It says Shrimp Jesus is a surreal, often unsettling depiction of Jesus Christ fused with sea creatures such as crabs and shrimp. I know that much. I can see that. Forbes, tell me why it's a thing, though.
I think,
And why did it take off?
I think that this is just like an example, in my opinion, for the article. Like, why doesn't Facebook just ban all AI slop like things like this picture of Shrimp Jesus.
Yeah.
I think that there are a lot of different kinds of AI slop like this
Much.
all over the internet that like you've described ads and promotions and stuff like that. But then there's also memes and pictures and like the kids in Africa who make the water bottle tank or whatever. Like it's all just AI slop. And where it's like shovelware.
Basically, yeah.
It's literally all just shovelware, except it's not in like a $1 bin at Walmart or like at the bottom of the games list on the Xbox Marketplace.
Yeah.
It's on your home screen of Instagram or whatever, like.
I bet it's already a thing. If it's not, I'm going to feel bad for speaking it into existence. How long before, and I'm talking specifically like innocent shit like this on Facebook that doesn't seem to have a purpose. How long before this is attached to malware and spyware and ransomware?
Oh man, dude!
Because that is such an easy way to transmit that.
Imagine, because it'd be something so easy of like, look at this funny AI generated image.
Because if you
want to generate your own, click this link.
That, or if you're the kind of person that's looking at it and going, "Holy shit, look what these shrimp did," I'm gonna click on this picture. You're the kind of person that's gonna fucking bring in malware and spyware and ransomware that easy.
Right.
Because like there's definitely ways that shit's hidden and sent and transferred that's a lot more malicious and back channel, but this would be such an easy way for an easy target.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing that I think we're starting to get into the territory of, but like it's still pretty fresh, is like AI scams.
Yeah.
AI scamming. We talked about like that Zoom call.
Yeah, the business that lost billions of dollars.
Right, and I think about like these AI advertisements that probably is just like a shell.
Connected to a real.
Yeah, not
and
connected to a real business. Probably just a shell company. You're ordering from some Chinese, and then you send money to cancel your credit card.
You send money and your dead relative to this person.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And what do they do with it?
It's gonna get.
That's terrifying.
It's gonna get really dangerous, and like I don't know. I don't love Shrimp Jesus.
Did we talk about? I can't remember if we talked about the story. Did we talk about the company that wants to use like your dead relative? Like you send them pictures and the information from your dead relative, and essentially they make an AI module that is your dead relative.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I haven't seen that, but I would hate that.
Yeah, it's basically like you give them a synopsis of their life story, and you give them information and pictures and things like that, and you have an AI chatbot that is grandma.
Yeah, I would hate that. I wouldn't like that.
I'm going to ask real quick. I have Starry AI on my phone. It's photo app.
Dude. Starry like the drink?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Actually, what is Google's AI called? Is that what it is? Is that what it uses?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. Maybe it's probably just Google AI.
I don't think they all have really stupid names.
Yeah.
No, Speaker maybe? I don't know. I'm going to use Starry AI to ask me to make Shrimp Jesus, and I just want to see how close to these pictures it is.
Because if it's pretty close, then it's
spread. Then it's widely spread. It's gone around a decent amount to have reference image for Shrimp Jesus.
Well, I just wonder, like, with apps like this and stuff like that, when AI generating image and text apps and stuff like that, when is there going to be an AI that doesn't have a finite reference point? Like it's just evergreen reference point. It's like always refreshing.
Constantly updating?
Yeah, constantly updating.
Yeah, because even ChatGPT is based in 2021 or something like that?
Right. It's pretty up to date, but it's not the most up to date. And like I wonder, because that's when it's really gonna take off. We're really gonna be done.
When its last reference is 2 hours ago, and you can just ask it literally anything, and it can pull something.
Right.
I can post an article, and then 20 minutes later, use that as a reference from the AI module.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, I don't like
shit.
that. I don't like that. But again, I think you're right. The point is, why isn't Facebook stopping this?
Right.
I mean, it would appear, at least from everything I've seen, that whoever or whatever company or users or whoever, and that's another thing, is who's doing this and why? Why do they want to share these on Facebook?
Yeah.
What is the net gain out of it if it's not tied back to a page that's like promoting something? Like if I'm a local t-shirt shop and one day I buy a promotion spot on Facebook and use Shrimp Jesus as clickbait, maybe I can rationalize that and people go back to my account and then see, oh, it's a t-shirt shop.
Right.
Maybe I can, but that's never been the case as far as I know.
I mean, I have to assume it's for getting information.
Yeah, that's probably
It's,
right.
it's an information stealing scam.
And
on almost
Facebook
every
is
level.
notorious for that.
That's true.
So why would Facebook stop?
Aren't they currently in a court battle still about that?
They've always been in something about it. There is no reference point to ban something like AI.
That's the issue, is because, like, again, it comes back to why I can post stupid nonsense pictures too, and it's not breaking any terms of service.
Here.
It's not harming anyone.
These images don't technically violate any rules, no nudity or other forbidden imagery. Facebook did make a warning label to note that an image has been made with AI, which you referred to.
Mhm.
I had never seen that before. This picture is made with AI.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen that before.
Usually I just see a collection of pictures that like somebody has posted and it doesn't say anything about
I don't know
AI.
who this guy is, but he ain't Shrimp Jesus.
He is not.
This looks like a streamer.
Not my shrimp Jesus.
Actually, that photo might have been like Jesus holding shrimp, but
Here's a valid point. Users actually enjoy this content. You see plenty of people in the comments who are probably duped into thinking it's a real image or maybe just an interesting artistic rendition. Why mess with content people like? Because it could be
It's
detrimental.
false.
and again, I mean, we talked about it a little bit. That could be the chance that those aren't people or they're bots or spam accounts. Because again, I feel like that's got to be a good majority of them too. I'm sure there are people in both the cases we talked about of like, oh my God, look at this miracle, and oh, you're so pretty. I'm sure there are those people out there, but I feel like a lot of it's bots too.
There's probably a decent amount of bots. I don't believe that. Have you ever seen like the click farms that they have? It'll be like a cubicle or like 2 cubicles with the wall broken down, and then there'll just be a wall of like 50 phones where everything's clicking, and they're
Really?
like, typing and clicking and liking and swiping, and
That's crazy.
wild.
I hate that. I hate that. I hate that so much.
Here's another good point about the AI slop, though. Slop is often scam adjacent, but the accounts posting it may not directly be the ones doing the scams, so they don't get banned.
That's
You
fair. And
know?
you got to think whoever is running
It's
those
a-
accounts is probably getting a good payout too.
It's a middleman. It's a middleman situation.
So basically, it is just a fucking scheme.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as like the whole Nigerian print scheme. The guy getting the package in the U.S. might not be the guy in the know, but he's still part of it.
Right.
216-859-8699 if you have pictures of Shrimp Jesus. 216-859-8699 is that number to text in again. 216-859-8699. It's available 24/7, 365, and works for all of our shows on WSRRradio.com. Of course, that's the homepage for WSRR Radio. You can get great shows like the Rebel Radio Show. We're live every Monday, 5 p.m., right here on WSRR Radio. Funny how that works out, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can also hear us in podcast form on all major podcasting platforms, 10 a.m. every Wednesday, the Rebel Podcast. You can also hear great shows like Shaney's Off Air.
I'm sorry about your thumb style.
Thanks. You can hear The Pigeonhole, you can hear Beyond Bounds, the AIP, our own artificial intelligence podcast, and a whole bunch of other great content at WSRRradio.com. It's radio, podcasts, minicast, blogs, and more, including exclusive interviews with some of the artists we play right here on WSRR. That includes all kinds of genres: pop, punk, rap.
Yeah, you just did a new one, right?
Yeah, we just did a new one with Eli Moon. You can check that out right now.
Okay.
Some great Cleveland rap scene
Love
music
that.
and more genres that we get into in the interview.
Yeah.
But all of it's found on WSRRradio.com. You get our schedule, show times, more. Of course, 10 p.m. on weekdays now. You get True Vault Escapades. It is the Fallout reality-based radio drama, set in the style of like a 60s radio drama. So if you're a fan of the Bethesda games, if you're a fan of noir, if you're a fan of radio dramas, 10 p.m. weekdays right here on WSRR. I want to give a shout to Synergy Music Group as well. They're based out of Chicago. They do a whole bunch of services. Even if you're not in Chicago, they do remastering services. So if you need some old demos or old tracks remastered, you can send them out to Synergy, and they do a great job there. Until next week, I've been Radio's Rebel DJ Style. To my right, Shani.
Bye, everyone.
On the board is Jules.
Adios.
Peace.
gone, I'm searching.